The next turn I would like to share with you and teach you some information about is called a spiral turn. Spiral turns are used a lot in the Latin dances like a rumba or a bolero. And what's different from what we just did with the pivot turn is on the pivot turn, if you remember, I said if my left foot is forward, I'm going to be turning to the left on a pivot turn. On a spiral turn, if my left foot is forward, I'm going to be turning to the right. So what happens on this one is, and I'll show you the feet first, and I'll just demonstrate it once, is that I'm going to go ahead and step forward with the left foot again so you can see, instead of turning towards you, I'm going to rotate all the way around, leaving both feet in the same spot, and I'll turn either 3/4 of a turn or a full turn. And you can see that I'm kind of wound up with the feet, but it gives it a really nice action, and then I can step into the next move that I'm going to make. So when I do this, again, I'm leaving both feet planted. If I have my left foot forward, it's going to stay exactly in the same spot. And you could, an analogy or an idea, a concept to think about is, even though it would hurt a lot, but let's just pretend that there's a nail going through into the floor through my foot, and I can rotate it, but I can't move it from this spot. So that's going to keep rotating. Same thing with my back foot. It's going to keep rotating around until I get all the way around, and then I can take my step. Now, if you're like me and have shoes on that have rubber bottoms, this one is a little bit harder to do without proper ballroom dance shoes, which have a really easy surface to turn on. But I'm going to go ahead and do it in these shoes because I want you to see that it can be done in any kind of shoe or barefoot even, but ideally it's easier with a surface that kind of turns easily on the floor. So I'm going to spin all the way around and then take my step so that you can see it all in one go. So let me do that one more time. I'm going to spin all the way around and take my step. And if I happen to have the right foot forward, I would do exactly the same thing. So I can't really turn to the right with my right foot forward without moving my feet, but I can turn all the way around to my left. And again, I can also just do 3/4 of a turn, or I can do a full turn. And you could even do a half turn like this. So let's go ahead and do that together. So with your left foot forward, just like mine, we're going to step forward. And when I step forward, if I do this towards the camera once you can see, do you see I'm stepping across myself? And that really does give me a better balance point when I'm turning. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, stepping across and turning now to your right. Left foot's forward, turning to your right. So you're turning, leaving your feet there, and at the end, you'll end up in this like hook action here. And spiraled action is that actually what we call it. And all my weight is on the left foot, even though I'm using the right foot to balance me. Then I'm ready to move into whatever I'm going to do next with my right foot going forward. Let's go ahead and do that with the left foot forward this time. So bringing your left foot forward, and remember, if I step across myself, it brings my legs together. You can see it brings the thighs together, gives me a better support instead of just being here, which feels more like being on a tightrope. So as I step across, and I'm going to leave my feet there and just turn, 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 keep turning. There's 3/4, and then if I want to go the full turn, it would go all the way around to there before I take my next step. All right, let's do that one more time, and then we're going to add in the hoop. So we had the right foot forward, we're turning to the left, and we're continuing to turn all the way around, and until we can step forward again. Now I would say out of all the turns, that's probably the trickiest one to learn in the beginning. But it gives a really great effect, so I think it is worth taking the time to explore this one. So I'm going to show you with the hoop, and I'll go ahead and do it from the side so that you can see the turn first. And I'm going to go ahead and go with the left foot forward. So I'm going to step forward with the left foot, and I'm just going to bring my hoop all the way around to there. Let me do that towards you with the mirror so you can see the effect of it. And I'm going to step here and then bring the hoop all the way around to there. And let me do that with a little bit more speed this time. So I'm going to take this step, take the hoop around to there. And I feel like the hoop actually makes it easier to do the spiral turn because I'm using the body to bring it around, and the body helps me to rotate. So as I do this, I'm going to put my back towards you. You can see that I'm starting to use, instead of just bringing the hoop around, my body's really stretching it in that direction and then bringing it all the way around to the front. So I'm just making a nice big sweep all the way around. And you'll notice as I do that, and I make this sweep, I'll do it in slow motion, and as I come around, I'm halfway in my turn, and then as I bring the hoop the rest of the way around, it brings me around. Let me do that from the side too. So just to make sure, I'm holding the hoop on the inside grip with the thumbs pointing down. And whatever way I'm turning is the same direction that I'm taking the hoop with me. In this case, we were turning to our right, so I was sending the hoop with the right, and again, I'm using the body, just like we do in any kind of arm styling, to initiate something that's happening with my arms, instead of just doing this. Now, again, sometimes I might want that for contrast, but while I'm turning, this action of really using the body helps me get around. So there's more than just aesthetics, it's definitely functional. So I'm going to step forward with the left foot, go ahead and stretch the hoop out, start the body, kind of sending the arms around. We get halfway, and then I'm going to send the arm around, complete the turn. All right, so let's do that one more time. So stepping forward with your left foot, hoop and body, everything's turning to the right. I get halfway, and now I'm just going to flip it the rest of the way around me. So when I do this, and again, I'll do it one more time towards you so that you can see, the hoop and the foot come out together at the end. So I'm doing a full rotation and around. Now let's go ahead and do that with the opposite foot, because you can do this either direction. So we're going to bring the right foot forward this time, again crossing ourselves when we take that step. This time, with the right foot forward, we're going to be turning to the left. So the hoop is also going to be going around all the way to the left. When I bring one hand over, it goes behind. I bring the other hand over, it comes around to the front. So here we go. We're going to start turning to our left. Our right foot is forward. We're going to bring it around, and we're going to keep turning all the way around. Let's do that one again. So right foot forward means we're turning to the left. I'm using my body in this nice stretch, artistic stretch, as we come all the way around and step out. Again, that's a nice little connector piece to do. And I just have the hoop here, and I did something just very easy, bringing it all the way around. And that is the spiral turn. So just a recap, the pivot turn, whatever foot is forward, you're going to turn in that direction. Spiral turn, you're going to turn the opposite direction. Both really fun and very effective to do in your flow.